Welcome back to another video. I got a special treat today for you all. I have possibly found the oldest surviving episode of a recorded television game show that is actually out there. Now what I mean by surviving, I mean that you can actually go and watch it. Most older episodes of old television shows were re-recorded over in order to save money. So the archives have been recorded over, just like when you accidentally record over your old VHS tape back in the day when your parents got mad at you. Yeah, but this episode of Beat the Clock is from October 13th, 1951. Just over 70 years old, it is available to watch for free via public domain in the Internet Archive. Now I'll put a link down to that video in the description so you can actually go and watch it. But Beat the Clock is the first remnant of many future shows. We have shows like Minute to Win It, are basically almost based off of this. In each one of these episodes, contestants perform many challenges in order to win prizes. Now, variable amounts of prizes were up for grabs over the show's histories, but most of the time it would range from around $100 to $200 in value. Seems tiny, but trust me, I looked these amounts up on an inflation calculator. $100 to $200 back in 1951 equals anywhere from $1,072 to $2,141 in 2021. So still a little low, especially when you give away appliances or sometimes even local televisions from Slovenia that was an early popular electronic company. I think you might have actually got a nice good old deal there. But just like I said, contestants had to beat the clock in order to win the cash prize. In the back of the studio, there was a giant 60-second clock that would count down over the portion of the challenge, just like you would have time remaining. Now, the time that would remain varied from task to task, ranging from 30 seconds up to 55 seconds, and every once in a while they might give you a 60-second challenge on the clock. Now, contestants had chances to return as a returning champion if they were able to beat the clock multiple times in a single episode. But sometimes a bell would go off in the middle of an episode and the contestants would have a chance to compete in a bonus stunt. Now, if they won this bonus stunt, they would win $100. But for every time contestants would lose this bonus challenge for week to week, it would increase for $100 until the jackpot was won. Now, sources say back in the day, it was won for over $3,000 one time, which if you look at inflation rates, is over $32,000 in 2021. Now, these stunts were just silly things you could do in your everyday life, like picking up pillows, stacking plates, catching balloons, or just like any little silly party game you do at your local children's birthday party. But they got messy sometimes. Most of the males, instead of the women, getting just random things splattered on them like pancake mix. The host was Bud Collier. He had an unwritten rule in the show where he would make sure that they would have fun. In some stunts, he would stop the clock in order to help the contestants to give them a better chance to win the prize. Sometimes if the contestant failed right at the very end, maybe if they were stacking plates and they knocked one plate over at the very end, he would give them the prize anyway and say, it's the show's fault, just don't worry about it. Now, just like I said, the episode that is featured in this video is the oldest surviving episode in existence that we know of. There is just one other episode that we know of that is from around this time. It's from January 5th of 1952, just a few months later after this one, that is in the Paley Center for Media in New York City as of October 2021. But every other episode from the first 3 seasons of the show have been assumed to be destroyed. Episodes from late 1952 onwards have been featured on the Gameshow network over the years, with the last being showed in 2009. But it is nice to see these throwbacks at how far we've come not only as a society, but just how far we've come in just television and game shows in general. Now, when this show was coming out, it was around the time of the 1950s quiz show scandals. So more of these stunt shows were some of the shows that were just succeeded at the time. But thanks for watching another episode of Reality TV History. If you liked that video, make sure to give me a like and subscribe for more. Now until next time, this has been Reality TV History. We'll see you next time.